worst thing you can do is stay loyal to someone who keeps showing you you're not important. You feel it every time she pulls away, every eye roll, every moment she looks at her phone instead of you. You tell yourself it's nothing, but your gut knows better. She used to care. Now you're an option, a convenience, a placeholder. You keep hoping it'll change. You think if you're more patient, more nice, more giving, she'll come back. But it never works because she's not confused. She knows exactly what she's doing, and deep down you do too. Comment, "I deserve respect," if you're done being blind to your worth. This video is your reset, not to fix her, but to rebuild you, to make you untouchable to anyone who doesn't see your value. By the end of this, you won't be the same. Number 1, don't chase her attention. When someone pulls away emotionally, the urge to chase becomes automatic. It's a reflex driven by fear, the fear of abandonment, of not being enough. You think trying harder will restore what was lost, but it won't. That belief keeps you locked in a losing game where the more you give, the less you're valued. Chasing someone who no longer values you doesn't win respect, it erodes yours. They didn't change because you failed. They changed because they stopped seeing your worth. Maybe you gave that worth away too easily. Put them on a pedestal, hoping they'd finally appreciate you. Instead, they got used to being your priority while making you their backup plan. And the more you gave, the more they withdrew, because they knew you'd stay. Human nature is simple. We don't value what we don't have to work for. When you keep chasing, texting first, rearranging your life while they cancel last minute, you train them to believe you'll tolerate anything. Your boundaries appear flexible. Once they believe you'll keep coming back no matter how little they try, effort disappears. Effort only exists when someone fears losing you, and no one fears losing what is always available. That's why she doesn't call like she used to or care like she once did. She already sees herself as above you because you handed her the role of your emotional anchor without requiring mutual energy. Every time you tolerated distance, cold replies, or missed calls, you reinforced her power. This isn't bitterness, it's clarity. You can't be respected by someone you let walk all over you emotionally. The solution isn't trying to win her back, it's asking why you gave her the power to define your worth. Your next move is to pull back, not to play games, but because she's not meeting you halfway. It begins with stillness, not noise. Pause your energy and watch what happens when you stop feeding the dynamic. Either she steps forward with real effort, or she disappears because the illusion of power is gone. In both cases, you win. Your peace and dignity return to you. Stoic clarity comes from observing, not reacting, walking in your value without needing anyone to confirm it. If you're wondering how to stop chasing, start with honesty. Stop lying to yourself about her potential. Stop creating fantasies based on who she was at the start. See her for who she is now. The gap between reality and your fantasy is where your pain lives. Close that gap and the pain ends. That's when you finally stop chasing. You realize the person worth chasing is the one you've been neglecting. Yourself. When you pour into your goals, your health, and your mission, you become grounded, harder to shake, less reactive. And she feels that shift. Maybe she comes back, maybe she doesn't. But by then you won't care, not out of spite, but because you've outgrown the need for breadcrumbs. When you embody self-respect, you stop fearing loss. You carry something stronger than attention, purpose. That purpose becomes your filter, your standard. So when someone pulls away again, you won't panic. You'll pause, and in that pause, you reclaim yourself. The one who chases loses value. The one who walks with clarity gains it. Walking away creates the space where real respect is born, or the illusion dies. Either way, you win. The moment you stop chasing those who treat your presence as disposable, everything shifts. You become unavailable to anything misaligned. That's how you rebuild your worth, not through them, but through discipline. Discipline becomes strength, peace, and your new standard. And once you live by that, everything in your life changes permanently. If this message woke something up in you, it's only the beginning. The clarity you're feeling now is the doorway to a new version of you. And that's why the Stoic Relationship Blueprint exists, to guide men ready to stop chasing and start leading. Built on timeless principles, it reshapes how you think, act, and value yourself. Now available as an audiobook, you can carry this perspective anywhere. Something you can return to whenever the world tries to pull you off your path. Whenever you feel weak, overlooked, or tempted to settle for less, the blueprint brings you back to center. It's waiting in the comments. All that's left is taking the step your future self is begging you to take. Number 2, let her feel your absence. People think presence wins love, that showing up more guarantees appreciation. But when someone doesn't respect your presence, your consistency becomes a crutch that enables their lack of effort. Human nature often reflects only when something is removed, when comfort is taken away. When someone grows entitled to your presence, they stop valuing it. Your replies become expected, not appreciated. Your emotional labor becomes invisible. The most powerful move isn't a long message or raised voice. It's removing yourself silently. Silence communicates what words cannot. You're done pouring into someone who only takes. Absence forces reflection or reveals replacement. Either way, you get clarity. When you're always present, they never have to decide how they feel. They float in your energy without giving anything back. Step back, and they either rise to meet you or expose their true intentions. Clarity over confusion, alignment over attention, peace over patterns that drain you. The longer you stay where you're undervalued, the more damage you do to your identity. Tolerating less teaches your soul to doubt its own worth. The cure is not fixing them. It's removing yourself from dysfunction. When you stop checking in, reaching out, or repairing the energy, you discover something powerful: self-respect. Presence is a gift. To the wrong person, it becomes a burden. When you become selective, your time becomes currency. People either invest or disappear. Those who only liked you when you were convenient fade when you become intentional. And those who never deserved you feel your absence first. Absence teaches more than arguments. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, doubt and loneliness may hit. But solitude isn't punishment, it's power. Pulling away is clarity. It's the moment you realize peace matters more than proximity. Let her feel what it's like to not have your attention always available. Let her feel the silence she created. If she values you, she'll fill the gap with effort. If she doesn't, you didn't lose her. You lost the illusion of who you hoped she was. Your next chapter begins not with a dramatic exit, but with a quiet reset. A reset where your value is no longer debated, where your presence is earned, not assumed. The right people will recognize it without you begging, explaining, or proving anything. That's the shift. From someone who waits to be valued to someone who decides their energy is no longer available to those who waste it. When you live like that, you stop chasing closure. Your absence reveals truths your presence could never expose. And that's not bitterness, that's evolution. Number 3, don't argue for respect. The moment you try convincing someone to respect you, you step out of alignment with your worth. Respect isn't requested, it's either present or it isn't. Long texts, emotional paragraphs, begging to be understood, none of it creates respect. You can't teach someone to value what they've already decided isn't worth much. Trying only drains you while confirming their belief that you care more than they do. Every explanation you give becomes proof of your emotional dependency. They see your need for validation, and once they sense that imbalance, the dynamic shifts. They become distant, cold, dismissive, because they know you won't walk away. Most people don't realize how much power they give up trying to justify their emotions. Arguing for basic decency teaches the other person that disrespect is negotiable. Every time you tolerate it, you weaken your boundaries without noticing. You talk about self-worth but act against it. You vent, cry, explain, get angry, send paragraphs, yet you stay. And staying after being dismissed confirms to them that your pain is something they don't have to take seriously. The solution isn't getting louder, it's becoming still. Let silence do the work. Stop explaining your value and start acting like it's unquestionable. Your calm detachment carries more authority than any emotional argument ever could. When you stop arguing and start acting, people feel it. Not because they have a moral awakening, but because your behavior sends a message. Your peace costs more than being understood. Your energy is no longer available for disrespect. From that moment, you move differently. You don't fix what you didn't break. You don't chase clarity. You don't sit in rooms where your presence feels unwanted. Those who respect you adjust. Those who don't exit, and both options serve you. Respect isn't earned through effort. It's revealed through patterns. When someone repeatedly shows you who they are, the lesson isn't to analyze it. The lesson is to accept it. Acceptance saves you from emotional self-betrayal. Number 4, stay unpredictable. Consistency in character is good. Predictability in behavior is not. When someone can predict exactly how you'll react, how quickly you'll respond, how easily you'll forgive, they stop valuing you. Predictability creates comfort. Too much comfort creates entitlement, and entitlement kills attraction. When your reactions become automatic, the dynamic becomes one-sided. They stop investing because they already know you'll do the work. Unpredictability doesn't mean playing games. It means having a life outside the relationship. It means not being emotionally available on command. It means responding from clarity, not insecurity. This creates presence, not pressure. When you pull back occasionally, when you take time for yourself, when you break your usual patterns, it shifts the energy. They become more attentive, more curious, more invested, because they can no longer take you for granted. The strongest men aren't the loudest, they're the least predictable. Not in a chaotic way, but in a grounded, self-directed way. You move on your own terms. You choose when to engage. You decide how much access someone earns. People value what feels scarce. Emotional availability, consistency, attention. These things gain power when they're not unlimited. When you make everything easily accessible, you sabotage your own desirability without realizing it. Healthy unpredictability keeps the dynamic alive. It signals that you're not dependent, that you're not waiting for validation, that you have a mission, a direction, a purpose that doesn't revolve around anyone else. And when someone realizes that your world doesn't stop for them, their respect increases, their effort increases, their attraction increases. Independence creates gravity. People are naturally pulled toward what they can't fully possess. Unpredictability reminds them that you're a choice, not a guarantee. A privilege, not a backup plan. Someone who can walk away at any moment, not because you're cold, but because you've built a life that doesn't depend on being wanted. Number 5, be willing to lose her. This is the hardest truth most men never master. Attraction dies the moment a woman realizes you're too afraid to walk away. Fear of loss makes you act out of insecurity, not strength. When you're scared to lose someone, you tolerate things you shouldn't. You stay silent when you should speak. You compromise your standards. You shrink your needs. You betray your own intuition just to keep the connection alive. But the paradox is simple. The more willing you are to lose someone, the more powerfully you show up. You stop acting from fear. You stop chasing reassurance. You stop begging for clarity. You move from abundance, not desperation. Women feel this difference instantly. A man who fears losing her becomes predictable, agreeable, overly available. But a man who's rooted in self-worth carries an energy she respects because he's not held hostage by the outcome. Being willing to walk away doesn't make you cold, it makes you disciplined. It means you value your peace more than emotional chaos. It means you choose self-respect over temporary connection. That mindset changes everything. Most men lose women because they lose themselves first. They trade their identity for affection, their standards for attention, their power for validation. But the moment you reclaim yourself, you stop losing what was never meant for you. Walking away is not a threat, it's a boundary. A declaration that you refuse to participate in situations where you're not valued. A man who can walk away is a man who cannot be controlled, and that energy is magnetic. When she realizes you're not dependent on her approval, something shifts. She shows up differently. She respects your time, your presence, your boundaries, because she knows you won't stay where you're not appreciated. The man who isn't afraid to lose her becomes the man she's afraid to lose. Not because of manipulation, but because strength, self-respect, and emotional independence create desire far deeper than validation chasing ever could. Understand this. Losing someone is never the end. Losing yourself is. Protect your identity, your confidence, your vision. The right woman will align with it. The wrong one will fall away. Either way, you win. Number 6. Let her go if needed. The hardest truth is that the person you want most is sometimes the one you must release. Not because you didn't love enough, but because holding on is costing you more than letting go ever will. Letting go isn't hate or revenge, it's preservation. If every interaction leaves you doubting yourself, walking on eggshells, or explaining basic needs, you're not in love. You're performing, shrinking yourself to keep something unstable alive. You silence your needs to keep peace. You accept inconsistency for connection. You cling to who she used to be instead of seeing who she is now. And you live in the space between hope and reality, where exhaustion slowly replaces joy. That space breaks people. You think letting go means losing everything. But holding on is what drains you, delays growth, and erodes your identity. Staying keeps you stuck. Leaving is what finally allows healing to begin. Walking away without closure is strength. You don't need her to understand. She may never care. And waiting for that realization only steals more time from your recovery. Choosing yourself is not cruelty, it's clarity. Yes, it will hurt. Yes, you'll miss her. That pain isn't a sign to return. It's withdrawal from dysfunction. And withdrawal always feels uncomfortable before it feels freeing. Over time, the peace you gain outweighs the comfort you lost. You rebuild slowly, deliberately. Every boundary you hold strengthens you. Every urge you resist restores your self-respect. One day you'll see the truth. Losing her wasn't the tragedy. Staying would have been. Letting go didn't break you. It returned you to yourself. And from that return, purpose replaces pain. Lessons become leverage. Your life starts moving again, this time with people who don't make you earn basic respect or question your worth. Letting go isn't leaving someone else. It's coming home to yourself. And once you do, everything changes. Your standards, your peace, and the direction of your life. If you've made it this far, you already know the truth. You were conditioned to tolerate disrespect, chase validation, and shrink yourself just to keep someone who stopped seeing your value. The world won't teach you how to reclaim your power. A man who knows his worth can't be controlled. That's why these principles are rarely explained clearly. They create independence, not obedience. This is why the Stoic Relationship Blueprint exists. Built on timeless Stoic principles, it trains you to be calm, clear, grounded, and untouchable in relationships and in life. Now it's available as an audiobook. You can carry this mindset while walking, training, or thinking. Once you have it, it's yours for life. A reminder of who you are when the world tries to pull you off course. No more excuses, no more confusion, just clarity, discipline, and self-respect. The truth you've been starving for is finally within reach. Go to the comments and type, "I choose my peace," if you're ready to claim it. That simple act is the first commitment to yourself. If this message lit something inside you, don't stop here. Like the video, subscribe, and help get this truth in front of more men before they waste another year chasing people who don't respect them. This isn't about bitterness, it's about evolution. About becoming a man who leads his life instead of reacting to it. When you choose self-respect, everything shifts. Your energy changes, your standards rise, and the right people recognize it immediately. This is the reset, not to fix anyone else but to rebuild you. And once that happens, you'll never be the same again.